Shalom.
First off, we give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Kakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders, Frank Millstone, Tasha Truth and Wealth, and salutations to Uncle Lex, Truth and Sincerity. This GMS Kansas City coming another weekend, week out, prophesy the downfall of America, to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel, which is you so-called blacks, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native Americans. You're the true children of the Bible. There's a lot going on right now through the spirit, big prophecies popping off. And one of the biggest prophecies right now that's coming to pass is Revelation 13 and 16. You know, because they just come out with different news reports. Biden has created a task force to combat anti-Semitism, you know what I'm referring to. And then on top of that, they've already associated that. And another article came out saying that anti-Ippers and anti-you-know-what are basically both the same thing, one in hand. You know, so that's a big-time problem. Hey, we told you so, can only go so far. You know, and that goes to show exactly who they targeted and who this thing is really against, which is the prophets in this message. We are public enemy number one. They're not coming out and saying it, but now they are. Now they coming out and saying it, man. That's the main problem. The people that are going to refuse the technology that goes in the hand and the forehead, as well as the people that are against the false JEWs.
Right.
You know, so we're just going to go right into it, man. Speak on this prophecy, man. One of y'all boys want to grab truth starts springing up out of the earth. Because all this truth is just coming up, and they're really wanting to stop it, because they're about to make their move with that Revelation 13 and 16. Okay?
Well, I got a precept here. This is the book of Psalm 64, and I'm going to start at verses 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, man, all right? Who's the workers of iniquity? The Edomites, the elites, starting with you elite bankers first. Okay, you top families. You're the iniquity, or you're the wicked, okay? Because you're the one that come up with this draconian legislation. Like I posted a video yesterday, and another article came out about it on how out there in New Zealand, they was basically holding a couple at gunpoint, basically to put Maxine Water blood inside a baby, man. You know what I'm saying? Like some type of blood transfusion. And finding out that those particular surgeries that they've been undergoing have been getting kids rheumatic fever, no type of respiratory illnesses, heart diseases, and so forth, because they're using tainted blood in order to so-called come up with a miraculous cure for people, man. Okay, so with that being said, that C-hip and this poison is going to be forced to gunpoint at some point or another, you know, because they know that people are going to buck up against it to a certain degree. People are going to say, nah, we're not dealing with that. We're dealing with the holistic shit, okay? We're dealing with the natural immunity. But Esau doesn't want that, because he wants a population that's based on sick people that's afraid, people that's going to run down to the clinics and get shit put in them that they don't know what, that's unauthorized, man, you know?
Right. And the masses are basically agreeing to everything they come out with. They completely trust this media and what these doctors are telling them to do. They don't consider, you know, the factual information. Like you had that one movie, it was called, like, what is it called, Sudden Sick, or just basically died on spot, you know? That came out. So you got people dropping like flies, you know, that lined up to take the juice. There's so much information out there, and there was information out there before it even came out to let you know what was coming. And now that it's here, you know, people are still lined up for it. What good did that do you? Because you had all these people that are you had all these people that basically took the thing, but yet this season came around with illnesses. Those same people that took the thing, they came around sick and dying.
Yeah.
So what good did that do you? You know? I got precept. This is the book of Psalms 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. So they've gone through years and years and years of planning. Every year they come up with different meetings of what they're going to do for different agendas to kill the children of Israel, and also to just oppress the people in general. Right. To come up with their plans and their rules for their new world order and things like that.
Right. But that's all it's about. It's really the NWO. That's what it's setting up. Like they say, out with the old, in with the new. So everything you're saying is getting ready to reset. Like they saying you got over 114 HSBC branches that's getting ready to close. Okay, you got them converting over to digital currency. Biden signed something back in March of this year that's dealing with basically the killing of the dollar. I was reading something on it yesterday. I could send it, but I mean, we going live now, so it's in the phone. But regardless of that, they signed some shit that basically is going to kill a dollar off. You know, and that's why they're converging over to this new system. You know, like they said something about December 13th, which was this week. But see, now they're rolling out the plan because they like in a 12-week run or something like that of these trials of switching over to this new CBDC currency, which is going to lead to the market of beast, man. And all the people, they going to have to take that C-HIP in order to basically live a life, man. You know, so you're not going to be able to go to restaurants or get your car fixed or live in these luxury high rises unless, you know, you go and get that C-HIP. Okay? And that's what you people, you don't get it. Okay? Because you think we out here just speaking this shit. We're saying it because we feel like it. No. We're saying it because it's coming out of the Holy Bible, man. Okay? Go ahead, Yep.
Psalms 85:9. Surely his salvation is nigh them that fear him, that glory may dwell in our land. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other.
Right, man, because mercy and truth is synonymous. Because how to receive this truth? Through mercy, man. Okay, and we're coming out here to do this to obtain mercy, to obtain the blessing of the Heavenly Father, to obtain salvation. Okay, warning you people that look, impending doom is coming to the streets of America. They got a new pestilence on the rise next year they talking about. And Biden said, look, it's going to be another pestilence, man. That's worse than this one.
Yeah, ask yourself, how does he know that?
Yeah.
Because it turns out last time, you motherfuckers in the lab just cooking shit up, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? So when that guy tells you there's another pestilence coming, you should believe him.
Yep.
It's all kind of reports of kind of like wicked shit that this guy's creating, man, on the left-hand side. A lot of these illnesses are not natural, man.
No, they not. Now, hey, y'all, hey, since we've been in the cold this week, have y'all been kind of feeling kind of airy a little bit, a little weird? It's something in this air, man. You know, it's huh?
Spraying shit.
Yeah. You can kind of feel it. You kind of feel a little airy. That's why, honestly speaking, I may just start wearing back masks coming out here just because of shit they spraying in the air. It's not a natural type cold. And then we got a 20 to 30 degree temperature drop coming next week, man.
Right.
You know, so depending on how cold it is, brothers, we might not even be out here next week because it's gonna be too fucking cold, and you don't want to breathe that shit in. You could cause yourself to go in cardiac arrest breathing in that shit, man. Yeah. But we may do the sit down, come together, do a camp, send out inside, you know, until the temperature goes up because, you know, the scriptures say, "Be not over righteous much," you know.
Right.
I mean, we could come out here and below 30, but it defeats the purpose. Ain't nobody gonna be out here. And honestly, we'll just be doing it just to show you people, look, we out here. No, this ain't for show. This is sincerely doing, you know?
Right, because there's not really no such thing as a FLU season. How did they come up with these different seasons?
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't be getting sick from a temperature change. That's not the problem. What it is specific times of the years, they spray shit in the air.
Yeah.
Because everybody simultaneously is getting sick at one time. You got RSV going around, flu going around, another strain of the C19 going around, you know? And all that's done on purpose because all of you that took the juice, what it's done is it's destroyed your immune system.
Yeah.
To where your body only recognizes a specific strain.
Yeah.
So everything else is actually killing everybody. A simple FLU is killing people.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop this real quick. I'm gonna send y'all brothers the article of how people are dying from this shit. Y'all, we can pull it out. So hold up, give us a second, brothers.
You said it in the chat earlier?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I ever sent it.
No,
I don't think I did.
it was,
Block you, man. Yeah, I see. It should come through to you in a second. But I don't know. This shit been acting weird. I've been trying to send messages earlier and it wouldn't send.
Oh, yeah, that's the spirit you sent that. There's a video, somebody going in on this. They got something called excess deaths that's going on across the globe.
Yeah.
And what they found out is a correlation to these people with myocarditis, things like that. Because what do they all have in common? You know?
Hey, they matter of fact, babies are dying from that myocarditis shit, bro.
Yeah,
they're
babies,
dying.
bro.
Yeah, babies.
But it says in this headline, it's her headline.
Yeah, babies.
But it says in this headline, it's her headline at Brownstone Institute. New autopsy report reveals those who Brownstone Institute. New autopsy report reveals those who died suddenly were likely killed by, you know, the
You
Jews.
say the Jew, yeah.
Right.
And they got something which is called the SAD syndrome. It's called sudden adult death syndrome.
Yeah.
Okay, but really, it's people dying from drinking that poison, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they went down there to them clinics and they drunk that shit, man. All out of fear. Now the new one is coming. Now you're gonna have to drink more juice. Well, take 5 or 6 more juices, and on top of that, you got the flu juice, which a lot of them jakes are taking that flu shit and dropping dead, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't trust the shit that they get for free or 20 cents. You get a goddamn flu jump for 20 cents, man. You don't know what's all in that. Monkey cells, fetus, aborting humans, all types of stuff that's not supposed to go in a human body, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right, man. Because Bill Gates came out and said it. You know, it was a couple years ago before all this thing hit. He said if we do a really good job with the, you know what, with the juices, we can reduce the world population.
Yep.
You know, and that's exactly what's happening right now. And it's working.
Right.
They're just not reporting on any of it. But you got hundreds of thousands of people dropping like flies, man.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, a
Yep.
good business to be in right now is selling life insurance. I'll tell you that.
Right.
That shit going up, yeah.
And you know what? You know what they put in to the routine? Like if you go and get the thing in your arm, one of their protocols that they have to do, they have to make sure you sit there for 15 minutes to make sure you don't die. They don't let you leave. Because if you hop in your car and you drop dead, you know,
Right.
because of something they gave you, that's malpractice, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So why are they doing that if it's so safe? It's 99% effective. If it saves lives and all this bullshit.
They're lying to the people, man.
Uh.
This is the book of Psalms 118, verse 8. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man.
That's right, man. It's better to trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Instead of putting confidence in man, man. Them demons out, man. You know? But it's better to trust in the Most High, man. Because our faith is through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It's not trusting in Esau Edom, man. Okay? Because that shows your faith when you come out here and you do the work and you're sending up the prayers and you're dealing with the holistic, when you're dealing with the scriptures. You know, you go to the brother, say, hey, I need some anointing. Now, of course, if you got to go see Esau, then you got to do what you got to do, depending on the circumstances. But overall, you got to put your faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because the time of hell is coming here. Okay, when ain't going to be no so-called clinics that's going to accept people from sickness. Because you know how overloaded the medical system is going to be in that day? You know how overloaded these doctors and how stressed these nurses are going to be trying to deal with these people they're going to put off the street? You know, like, you remember that video we watched about a month ago when they gave you like the whole 5 weeks of the breakdown? Remember when the dude tried to take his daughter that she was suffering and tried to go to the hospital? It was like a 2-hour wait, and eventually he had to sell his daughter off into slavery. Remember we was watching that video?
That story.
That story, yeah.
Yeah.
And he said that the hospitals were totally off limits, man. Okay, no power, no heat, no gas. Even in certain states, man, you can't even shit over there in what's the name of that damn country, man? They can't even use their goddamn heat. They got heating chambers they got to go to.
Right.
Out there, I think parts of the UK, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You know?
It's gonna get a lot worse than that, man.
Yeah.
In real life, when all hell breaks loose, those doctors, those nurses, they're gonna take all that medicine for themselves, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, man, fuck these patients.
And you got a shortage on medication now. You got a shortage on what they call amoxicillin.
Yeah.
Amoxicillin is pretty much like the super drug that cures all so-called bacterial infections.
Right.
You know, but it leave you vulnerable to other shit. Because over a course of time, antibodies, what it do is it eat away at your natural probiotics and it leaves you vulnerable. It stops your white blood cells from really generating, you know, more until, you know, you get the shit out your system. You know, so that's why they say if you take antibodies for a viral infection, it would never do no good, because your natural red and white blood cells is supposed to kill off the virus, so to speak. So
That's right. We're going to precept to back up what you're saying.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 38, verse 4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth,
That's right.
and he that is wise will not abhor them. Now,
Yep.
you know, brother mentioned amoxicillin or amoxicilla. You can get that at Ishkar stores and shit like that. Another thing, if you can't get a hold of shit like that, you could just go to get some black seed oil, man. Black seed oil is a very, very powerful antibiotic if you use it enough and you buy a good quality grade of it, as well as Manuka honey, a really, really high grade of Manuka honey, man.
Yeah.
Take that as well as elderberries and frozen blueberries. Blend that up. Take all those together, and you're gonna kick that shit.
Yeah, you blend it up, man. I take fucking a scoop. Well, I take black seed oil every day, and I take a scoop of that. I take like a little finger dab of Manuka honey a day, man. Like the shit you got, it's more like a liquid form almost.
Yeah,
I got more of the kind of more
that's
honey.
the royal jelly.
Royal jelly, yeah.
Because you know, bees they make a certain honey for the queen,
Yeah.
and they do for the rest of it. To make a queen, and she eats a certain type of diet. That's what that is.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little bit more.
Because it tastes the same, but it's a little bit more
little
potent.
bit more- yeah. Yeah, that's why it costs.
That shit, yeah. That shit like 50 fucking bucks, man. Sea moss is good too. You know, sea moss is good, man. Brothers making Irish sea moss, that's pretty good for your immune system too. You know, I need to pick some of that up.
Yeah, you get 92 of the minerals, 92 out of 100 minerals your body's need you get just from sea moss alone.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a lot. So, you know, we're bringing this out, man, because that scripture said it's better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man. All right, when we look at what Yahweh said, what to do to trust in him. Okay, he said he can heal you. So first you got to have fervent prayer and fasting first. Get permission from Yahweh Shemi Shai for that healing, lift that affliction up off of him. You know, and it could be a testimony for the rest of the body once you do kick the shit.
Right.
You know, but you got to trust in the Lord that he can do it more than these damn devils, man. Because me personally, as a testimony, just kicked that C-19 twice, man. Didn't have to go to Esau for shit. You know?
Yeah.
Last year it almost killed you, man.
It did, yeah. Almost took my ass. This time it was like, I kicked it like a damn cold, man. I didn't have to take no juice in my arm. Like everybody's saying, oh, if you don't go take the juice, it almost killed you last year, you know, you're going to take the juice, you're going to die. Hey, look, I'm out here prophesying. Call on y'all about Shemi Shai.
Shit, you take that juice, it probably would have took you out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, because that's the thing they don't tell you. It's all the side effects. Random shit that's going on in your body when you take that shit, man.
Yeah.
You die from other reasons, you know?
You know, so you always got to trust Yahweh about Shemi Shai more, and he gives us guidance on what to do for certain things in certain situations. You know, with these plagues and these pestilences and these poisons that Esau's conjuring up, you know, fight it with what we just read. You know, the Lord created medicines out of where? The earth. So look into that knowledge and dive into that. Because ultimately, they control the narrative on where you're buying all of Esau's medicines from. You're not going to be able to go to stores pretty soon. Especially if you got enough faith to refuse that chip. If you got enough faith for that, hey, you ain't going to be able to go into a damn store. You're not getting access to that unless you got that shit in your hand and your head. They're going to say, hey, look, where's your ID verification? You're considered dangerous because that chip, what it's going to do is going to track, you know, who has the juice and who doesn't. So that's going to be their justification to making that shit mandatory. We need to protect everybody else that are what do they call it? Anti-vaxxers, right? We got to protect them from these people. So everybody that has the C-hip in their hand, they're the ones that have the juice. They're safe, is what they're going to say. You're considered a health threat, so you're not going to be allowed in the supermarkets and your Walmarts, your pharmacies. You ain't getting in there. So might as well get the knowledge now of these scriptures. You know?
Find that precept, and I think his name says, he that is sick, let him go to the elders. What you got up?
It's the rest of that, Psalms 85.
Go ahead.
Psalms 85 and 11. It says, truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. That's the precept the brother had asked for earlier. You know, that's basically what we're out here to do, man, is bring out the truth from the earth, man. And basically, that's gonna be offensive to these people, man. So much to the point they're gonna slander us, they're gonna come against us, they're gonna make up buzzwords, they're gonna try to box us into categories, you know, ultimately because they want to put hands on us, man. Because everything that's righteous, this guy is dead set against, man. If the Most High says something is up, he's got to say it's down. And he's going to go out of his way to prove it, man. Like, the Lord put medicines in the earth, but what does Esau do? He's got to grab it, cut it open, make some kind of perverted version of it. You know?
Right. So that truth out of the earth, man, is a lot of knowledge that's coming out right now.
Right.
Even with me bringing out knowledge of the medicines, you know, that was right before the pandemic really hit for real. We had everybody getting on this whole Dr. Sabi kit, you know, learning about how to eat electric foods, how to use different fruits and vegetables and things like that. And that's an example of truth that's springing out of the earth as well. And that's in addition to all the scriptures.
Right. But you notice, like, when that came out and the prophets started bringing out that information through the scriptures. Now all of a sudden everybody want to act like they're just into holistic medicine. Like you go to the fucking mall or the supermarket and Keisha talking about, oh yeah, I sell smoothies and herb. Like bitch, you were just eating pork a year ago. Like get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When we bring it out, they choose to ignore it. You know, everybody take our information, but we don't get the credit for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jake wasn't taking black seed oil. Jake wasn't dealing with Manuka honey. Jake wasn't dealing with the fucking dandelion herb. They wasn't dealing with the hibiscus tea. They wasn't dealing with none of that stuff, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jake was going to the fucking hospital where they was going in the pharmacy section in Walgreens and getting fucking cough medicine, man.
Right.
Hey, bro, I ain't took that shit in so long, bro. I ain't took cough medicine in years. Because I realized it don't do nothing, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And ultimately, this whole thing is a racket. Everybody's realizing it, man.
Yeah.
Everything Esau gives you, it's got a side effect, and he's got something else to sell you to deal with that side effect.
Right.
Or you got this illness, take this medicine, or it gives you a headache. Or for that, you got Tylenol for the headache.
Yep.
You know?
That's right, man.
Con.
And that's the importance of actually having prophets and teachers, man. Because back in the ancient world, our people, they came to the prophets to learn their information. Mm-hmm. And the information been out there, like the ox said. We've been taught y'all about all this stuff, man. So why fan your hand at us when you walk by? Clearly, hey, we telling you something that you need to hear. You know, the Lord blesses us with this truth that springs out of the earth. We get the message first before y'all people do.
Well, another thing too with that, like with the illnesses, like you were saying, the key to keep your body healthy is keep your body alkalinized, man. You gotta have a certain pH balance in your body. Like you eat a lot of acidic foods, or you eat like a lot of dairy products, that lowers your alkalinity. That's why, like, if y'all brothers notice when y'all sick, you're supposed to eat a lot of bone broth, chicken broth, man. Stay away from cheese and milk and shit like that, because that's mucus, man. Okay, it puts more damage on the cells, so to speak. You notice, like, if you eat like a sandwich and you put like certain cheese on that shit, you be fucked up, man. Yeah. You know, but you got to keep your body alkalinized, man. You know, and you do that by fruits, vegetables. You know what I'm saying? A lot of water. You drink a lot of water, you'd be surprised on how many illnesses you can avoid. You know what I'm saying?
Because if you don't do it, your body will force you to do it. Your body kind of pushes you and forces you to get in a fast.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, because when you're sick, and what happens? You lose your what? Your appetite.
Yeah.
So your body forces itself to fast, and all you're doing is drinking water and liquids. Because when you're sick, you ain't trying to get no fucking can of soda. You're not trying to get no Dr. Pepper.
Nah.
You know, what you want better is that tea.
Well, we had something called hot toddy.
Hot toddy,
yeah.
I fucked with that.
Yeah, you put you some whiskey and some tea, man. Put some lemon in you want it. Remember my uncle made me one of those. I'm like, what the fuck is this? He said, just drink it, nephew.
Yeah.
Man, I was drunk that shit. I felt good and I was tipsy. I'm like, okay.
That's your cough syrup right there. That shit helps.
Yeah, because like when shit is warmer, like they say when you drink water, like lukewarm water, anything room temperature, it travels and hits the bloodstream a lot faster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you drink a hot toddy, instantly it hits your bloodstream and it gets to purifying that blood in your body, man.
Right.
You know?
Also, anything hot water breaks up mucus in your throat. It just kind of, it breaks it down. You know, mucus, that's what a booger is. It's basically solidified mucus. Because it's in the part of your nose that gets the most air. But down in your throat, when you start getting sick and coughing, it's the mucus is starting to build up. When you drink something hot, it melts it. And your body can deal with it easier, you know?
That's what they call it, postnasal drip. What I found out I was suffering from, it was upper respiratory. It's basically sinus related shit. So I had a lot of postnasal drip. That's how when I did that nasal rinse and I got strep throat, they said it wasn't strep, but it felt like it. I had white tonsils. But what happened was when I did that nose rinse, it took all the infection I had in my nose and it inflamed my tonsils. That's why I was fucked up for that whole week. You know what I'm saying? Last time we came out, I couldn't talk. It was because of that shit. So found out I had a lot of mucus that was dripping down from my nasal passage. Because you can't fucking breathe out here, man. Right. Then you working these jobs and shit, man. You got chemicals in the air. I haven't breathed this good, bro, in like 5 years, bro. Like I've noticed I've been suffering from this for years, but it took me to catch the C19 last year for it to expose what was going on in my body.
Right.
You know, that's why I look a little tired around the eyes and shit, because it's these fucking allergies he's spraying in the air, man.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And even then, I'm still not 100% because I can still feel it. It burns. This shit burns up here, man.
Yeah.
You know? We got to get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, that's why in Psalms they call this place the valley of the shadow of death, man. And not only is it a valley of death, but it's the shadow of it as well, man. Everything around us is basically designed to destroy us, to break us down, make us more manipulated, you know?
That's right. right, man.
The air we breathe, the food, man. You should be crying out, man. Vexed with this fucking place, man.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
What you got out?
Got that Psalms. James. This is the book of James.
Get that in Peter, man. Get that Peter's 3, I think it says when Allah was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Go ahead.
This is the book of James, chapter 5, verse 13. Is any among you afflicted? Let him pray. Is any merry? Let him sing psalms. Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church, and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of Yahweh.
Right, man. And we ain't doing it in the name of Christ, like some of you guys say, man. One, you know, and another thing too is what I don't get is how you guys out there claim you know the name of the Most High, but you're not speaking on it. So when it comes to do your healings and your anointings, what do? Do you go to Esau or do you call on the name of the Lord? Because, hey, Nate, when the Most High was dealing with you, when you had that illness going on in your body, I know damn sure you was calling on the name of the Lord, man. You know, out there pushing some Christ. Well, we know the name of the Lord, we just don't push it. Well, the Lord said, hey, through no other name, by this name should mankind, roughly paraphrasing, Acts 4:12 says, no persons under heaven should be saved outside of the name of Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah. Roughly paraphrasing. So if you know, Shalaki, but if you know the name of the Lord is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, you got to push that, man. You got to push that because that name creates a vibration in the earth, and you guys know that, but you're too comfortable with your dealings here in America, man. Right. Because these other camps, we're going to get back to the point, but these other camps, they don't want to leave this place because they got the worldly fame here. They got the worldly accolades. They got the businesses and shit. They're not trying to leave this place. They can march down the street and people be all like, oh my God, look at the mighty Hebrew Israelites, man. Them guys love that shit. But we ain't doing this for no gimmick. Right. Okay? Because it ain't nothing but 3 brothers up here today. We ain't got no big crowds around here watching us. And honestly, we don't give a fuck. Okay? Because we know that what we're doing is through the spirit, man. And whoever this needs to reach is going to reach.
Right. That's right.
You know?
Right. That's right. This is 2 Peter chapter 2.
Okay. This is the book of James, chapter 5, verse 15. It says, and the prayer of faith shall save the sick. Right, the prayer of faith shall save the sick because, hey, it was to the point when Yahweh Shai went to the spirit world and when Peter and the other disciples or the apostles called apostles, when they got the power and the spiritual power of gifts and healing, hey, you had men that came up to Peter and was healed by a shadow, man. And they were healed through faith, man, because they believed. Because let's just say if a brother did a miracle and he healed one person, you know how much faith that's going to generate in these people for you to heal them? And it's going to help you out. It's going to boost your faith and confidence, man. Because you're like, you know what? It's like learning how to swim. When you learn how to swim, you don't forget how to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you get the powers and you start healing, you going to know through the spirit, okay, that I got confidence, I can heal this person. Maybe not that person because their faith is kind of wavery, but that person. You see, and that's how it builds up, man.
Yeah, God. That's how it was in the Mortal Kombat movie, man. Yeah. They didn't get to that stressful moment when they first got those powers, and once that moment happened, they could just do it.
They had to get tested.
Yeah.
And bro, you know what's so spiritual about that whole thing? You remember when they raided Raiden's temple, when Shao Kahn or not, Shang Tsung, when they raided the whole thing, that was that scripture Isaiah says, when the enemy should come in as a flood, then the Most High should raise the standard up. Bro, it got so bad to the point when they ambushed them, they were just finding their new powers, so they was able to fight the enemy. But Shang Tsung was getting ready to kill everybody, so what Raiden did, he had to teleport him to a place of safety. He had to take him in between the realm, between Earth realm and the spirit world. They was like in this abode of protection.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because the enemy came on them unexpectedly, man.
It's like the scriptures, man.
Yeah. So it's gonna get so bad, brothers, to the point that the Most High gonna have to intervene, directly intervene in our lives, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. A lot of cases, man, you gotta have that divine intervention, and there's so much death being thrown at us in every corner.
Shit.
Hey, there's no other way you can make it without divine intervention.
We gonna need it.
Yeah.
You know?
Bro? Hey,
the fucking robots they got coming out with and
dog,
shit.
you saw the video I did? I did a video earlier this week. Y'all should watch that video. The brother Amawan Gabar for the main camp, he was going into how the Terminator was basically like a doctor.
Robots.
Yeah, bro. They said it was this raptor robot. They said you can shoot at it, but it can dodge bullets. Yeah, it's like the rap was up, man. And y'all know like those metal, like y'all ever seen like those kind of metal like the big barrels, they kind of metal and they put like debris and grease and oil and shit, the big drums.
Yeah.
They said that the fucking robot threw it up and jumped in the air and shredded it up and spent it around, man. Like on some raptor type shit. And they gonna release them shits on this side.
Right. All you guys that got sticks at camps, man. I want you
You gonna be
dodge
shooting at
the
raptors,
Matrix.
man. Yeah.
Walking up to you like this, dodging bullets. Like you always see the Matrix, Agent Smith.
Yeah, that
He
nigga
was right up on him, nigga. Couldn't shoot him, bro. And Esau got shit like that, man. Remember, the Matrix, if you put it out earlier this week, man, it looked just like the scene from the Matrix, man.
Yeah.
So that shit that you see in movies, man, that was 20 years ago. Metal Gear Solid, that was 20 years ago. He's got that shit today, man.
Oh, what's so scary about it all, bro? You remember the pod? They called it the womb on the Matrix when Neo woke up in the womb. He had the umbilical cord. They got human incubation chambers like that, breeding babies, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, you can download an algorithm to your kid, man. Bro, you can literally program your kid if you wanted to be a little bit smarter. Say if you wanted the kid to have an IQ of 1,000, you're creating unnatural hybrids walking around here, man.
Yeah.
This is the future we finna deal with.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yep.
And you know you got to pay the money for it.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
shit, they was like, look, if you want your kid to have this type of attribute, that attribute, man, brothers, we getting ready to enter some fucking times, man.
Yeah. You ever heard of that company called CRISPR?
Yeah.
They do the gene editing.
Yeah.
They got something called designer babies, man.
Yep, see?
You got these old rich ass Edomite bitches. You know, they single, they 39, got one good egg left. They go in there, I want blue eyes, I want 6'3", they choose it. You know, I knew
Blue
a lot
eyes
of
with
that's Jake.
nigga hair.
Right. But you know that's Jake DNA, a lot of that. You know?
Yeah, hell
They
yeah.
want.
God.
Because, you know, when they tested Jake's DNA, they found the super soul is like what they say with Captain America, how they had that super serum in his blood, somehow he was in. That's in us, man.
Yeah.
That's in our genes, man.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times when you go to these particular chambers, they can edit the perfect baby. They'll take 95% of Jake's genes and they'll bam, and they'll create a fucking hybrid. Like a lot of times when they do organ harvesting, a lot of times a lot of Jake kids come up missing, a lot of Jake celebrities or a lot of Jake athletes. Like that guy, what was his name? His name was Kendrick something when they found him rolled up in that gym mat. It was a long time ago. It happened like right before the Kanika Jenkins shit. He was like on a basketball team or something like that. He was an athlete. And they said that an Edomite hit his ass upside the head with a weight, but found out that the Edomite that killed him had ties to the coach, which the coach had ties to the sheriff's department, and they was over the school. So basically, they rolled him up in the gym mat, and when they did the autopsy, they was like he was stuck in newspaper, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because they took his organs.
Yeah, they got his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was going in. They said like a heart goes for like $500,000, man.
Yeah.
On
On the black market.
on the white market.
Oh shit.
The black market, you already know it's going for like, you know.
Right.
Low, yeah.
So you know a lot of Jake's missing. A lot of what's going down there in Haiti, man. All that chaos. You know Esau's down there, man, grabbing up little kids,
A lot of
all
kids.
over really West Africa. You know, guys like Bill Gates. What are they doing over there in Africa doing a world tour with Epstein and all these other people, man?
Grabbing up kids, man.
Yeah.
This man got to be stopped, brothers. This man got to go, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And the scripture described this guy, man. He said this guy would be off the chain. He wouldn't know when to stop. He's unreasonable. You know? And ultimately he's gonna have alt with us, man. Why? Because he knows that the blessing is on us and there's nothing he can do to stop it, man.
Yep.
So he's getting ready to go insane.
All
Right. Got a little bit more on that.
right. Go ahead.
And it says, this is James chapter 5, verse 15. And the prayer of faith shall save the sick, and Yahweh shall raise him up. And if he had committed sins, they shall be forgiven him. Confess your faults one to another, and pray for one another, that ye may be healed.
Right, man. So sending up prayers for one another. Like, it's one thing saying it, but we got to get in the habit of practicing more, brothers. You know, you got to be close. Your Akim is your family. Your brothers on this side is your family. Yeah, we're men. You know, we go through our shit that we don't really want to be bothered. But at the end of the day, man, these are the servants of the Lord. You can't look at a brother like he's less than. You know, you can't say, well, because that brother is not this built up, he's less than. No, man, this man is fighting for his salvation like we are. You know, now brothers may do uncircumspect shit or seeing things under character, but we all different. You know, within that man's right, that may be his right. It may look weird to the outside, but you never know what reasoning behind the Lord he had to do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not of committing a sin or going off, then, you know, what can you say? You know, I mean, in certain instances, rather, you know, whether you're putting yourself in jeopardy, but you get the point, man. You know, praying for one another, asking the Lord to heal us. Like when I pray for the Akim, man. You know, I mention them in their prayers, my prayers sometimes before myself, man. You know, protecting a bayat, which is, you know, the house. Bayat, you protect the household, their domains, man. Anoint yourselves, you know, because we're coming up against some dark forces, man. Like, I want to say a couple weeks ago, man, there was a demon in my fucking living room. I seen it. It jerked me up. It was like a black figure, man. You know, I was sleeping. I felt the presence of it to the point it shook the shit out of me, man. In the spirit, like, yeah, see, this is shit y'all gonna have to deal with. That was probably the strongest demon that I had to deal with in a short period of time. You know? Because I used to have dreams, I fight demons and shit like that, man. But this one was rather different. You know, I was going to bed, and then I literally felt something, and I stood up, and it was like something there, but it disappeared. And I couldn't make it out because I was still waking up. And I'm swinging at the air and shit. Spirit like, man, stop it. Just call on the name of the Lord. Then that whole goddamn night, the demon kept hopping on me, but I kept calling on the name of the Lord, man. And eventually it went away. But that's the point, man. You know, we got to be in that spirit.
Right. You know what I'm saying, too? Remember Esau putting up curses on us, man, on the left-hand side every day, man.
Yep. So we got to throw up twice as many curses up on him.
Yeah,
You know? Like, honestly speaking, man, brothers, we should be throwing up prayers and curses up on this fucking place every goddamn day, man. You know, every day you wake up, how about you, how Shah, Barak, Papa, you know, ask for healing, and then ask the Most High to fucking above the ball, man, to destroy this place, destroy these Edomites, man. Put curses up on your fucking managers at work, man, all them niggas, man. Because they're putting curses up on us. Because you never know who's sleeper cell, you never know who's been set up to watch you, you never know who's set up to sabotage your shit. You go to work, the whole manager that you report to is a whole agent that's been watching you out here talk the whole time. But yet, smile at you, didn't give you a raise on Monday. Hey, how you doing, sir?
Right.
And it's a whole nigga that's plotting on you the whole time. So you got to be circumspect. The scriptures say, don't walk as being fools, man, but walk as being wise. Because the day and redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All right?
Right. And it says, the effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. You know, so that prayer, man, is key, big time.
Yeah.
You know, because of all the death that's going on, like he's saying, we need the divine intervention from Yahweh Shemini try to help us. And you need the name, man.
Yeah, definitely the name.
You gotta have the name of the Lord. So for those of you talking about, you know the name, but we just don't say it, hey, you're not doing the real work of the Lord, man.
Hey, if you ain't using a name, then why the hell you even calling yourself Israelite? Why you even out here?
Right.
Because if you got that much influence on a people of your people to a certain degree, you should be definitely calling on the name of the Most High, man. That's a given.
Right.
Calling on the name of the Lord. Oh, we don't know the real name of the Lord. But how the hell we gonna get salvation out of here if we don't know the name of the Most High? How we gonna get salvation? Because see, them niggas get stupid. They like to go into the word when they say that that no man knew, but he himself. When you go into the word new name, it goes into renew, being renewed in the earth. Because most of the people don't know the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So it makes sense that when everything is set back up, it's gonna be renewed and refreshed in the earth. Because everything is gonna be reset, man. Like the scriptures say that the earth abideth forever is gonna be renewed, man. Doesn't mean it didn't exist. It's just gonna be replenished. So the name of the Lord is going to be put back out there in great magnitude because the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not dominant in the earth yet, man.
Right.
You know?
That's why you look at something called like the new covenant. It's a new covenant, but it's really not new. It's really going back into the old covenant and basically double down on it and adding to it, man. You know, like from the moment that Jacob was born, he was promised the kingdom, man. Right. The fatness of the earth. Right. So when you read Jeremiah, the new covenant, that was the Lord coming back from that same covenant, renewing us and making us perfect, man.
Right.
That's right.
So that's the Lord refreshing the covenant, basically.
That's right.
Got another precept. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 2. My doctrine shall drop as the rain.
Yep.
My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb,
Yep.
and as the showers upon the grass. Now you guys got part of the doctrine, you know, teaching who we are, who the Israelites are, the chosen people, our promise of getting the kingdom, our promise of deliverance, right? But what about the next part that comes up that you're not doing? It says, because I will publish the name of Yahweh.
Publish. And what happens when you publish something? You're putting it out there. Like when you upload the video and you go through the YouTube studio, it says you can publish it. When you're putting it out there. So right now we're publishing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Because they're going throughout the earth. Like when you have a publishing company, when you publish the book, then they distribute it, and then there you go, it's on the shelves. So we're publishing the name of the Most High, as the Lord is publishing His doctrine now. Because everybody know about the Israelites, okay? Even an average Jake that may not identify with it, he's still like, yeah, I know we the people of the Bible. Like the brother uploaded a video early this week of the two couples getting into it with this Jewish woman. She said, well, I'm Jewish. She said, well, we're the real Jews. He said, I'm a real Jew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So right there, Jake is identifying with who they are, even though they may not keep the commandments, but they starting to know, like, yeah, we know we the Israelites. They ain't doing a damn thing about it, but they know. You know?
Right. And you know what's crazy about it? A lot of Jake know, but guess what? A lot of Jake don't know. They don't know the real name. You got, at this point, you got millions of Israelites out there, and they don't know what the true name of the Heavenly Father is. So that's supposed to be a part of the doctrine, is publishing the name. It says, ascribe ye greatness unto our God. Okay? Proclaiming His name, giving Him righteous honor, giving Him credit where it's due. Say His name, man. Say the Lord's name. Why are you being such a coward about it? You know, because that's just an indicator. You're basically exposing yourself of not being a real prophet. You're being false prophets. If you got a problem with saying the true name of the Lord, which is Yahweh, and His Son Yahweh Shai, you ain't right, man. That's one indicator you ain't right.
Well, because they sold out, man. You know, they sold out. You guys, man, look, your leadership of Nate, y'all sold out, man. Johanna, you sold out. Nate, you sold out. Tazariak, you sold out. We really believe that. Scott Tazariak gonna say something. Oh, well, you know, the mark of the beast it's not the RFID. How that, bro? Come on, man. Like, look at the way that the world. We're living in what you call a technocratic age, or technocracy, man. The fourth industrial revolution. Everything is circumventing around AI, man. We just went into it, how these particular robots are operating off artificial intelligence. They showed you the shit in Demolition Man, man. They showed you that in Judge Dredd. They showed you that in the movies in the early 90s, how AI was going to be the big thing of the future, man. Because one thing about when the military, they infiltrate Hollywood, they put it in these directors' mindsets to go out and put out movies. That shit is CIA infiltrated, man. Because the military have technology 30, 40, 50 years before we even get a small sample of it. Like this iPhone shit, I mean, they had that shit probably like in the 40s and the 50s, man. In the 50s, 60s, they had that shit. Esau had that. That's old technology right there. You know, and honestly, we got a baser form of that. Imagine the shit that the elites using.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, we know they're ahead of the game, man.
Yeah.
The book of Psalms, chapter 30, verse 4. Who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is His name, and what is His Son's name, if thou canst tell?
What is His name, and what is His Son's name? They say Christ. No, man. Christ's a title. Christ goes back into the Hebrew word, or the Greek word Christos, but if you go into the Hebrew, it goes back to Mashiachim, which means anointed ones, man. That's why you find Christian, I think, twice in the Bible, when it said that the Christians in Antioch, that word goes into the Mashiachim, which means the anointed ones. It wasn't liberal, it wasn't degraded to some damn religion that you teach today with some fucking Santa Claus and some Easter bunnies. No. Because see, a nigga read that and say, see, we told you that the real doctrine was Christianity. No, it is not. Because none of those men in the Bible that you read about that was righteous celebrate no fucking Christmas, which you niggas getting ready to do next week, man.
Right.
The Feast of Saturnalia, man. All right.
That's right. You know, so for the question to be asked back then, we asked it the same way. That means it's an importance.
Yep.
You should not only know the name, but you should be saying the name, proclaiming the name.
Praying in the name. Hey, which one of you brothers wake up and say, thank Christ?
Right.
Like, who does that, man? And you teach your men to do that shit. Because, see, this is what happens. See, when you constantly drum something in somebody's head, eventually they're going to start to recite it. Like they say, repetition is the master of skill. So if you're reciting Christ, 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 I guarantee your lower level men, they're not even thinking about praying in the name of Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
They're waking up saying Most High and Christ bless.
Right.
What the hell is that? Just say Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Barak Atah.
Right.
Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Barak, okay, bless, Atah, you, Wa, and Yahweh Shai, the name, the Savior, man.
Right.
He delivers.
Like, why would you use the Lord's name in the Hebrew, man?
Right.
We're all Hebrews, man. That's our lineage.
Well, them niggas are Israelites. They're just Israelites. They're not Hebrews. Notice they're changing their names. You know, you got some guys in there. I think the most Hebrew name in their fucking congregation is probably Yawasop. You got a lot of Yawasops in IUIC. But Nathaniel, he changed his name from Nathaniel Alaga to Nathaniel. You got what's this guy's name? Captain this guy named Amaziah Him. You had this guy named Bezalel. Bezalel, he's out of there. You had the other one, Kanai. And you had another nigga, man. What's this other guy's name, man? But they go by those so-called Yiddish names almost, you know?
Right.
They don't go by the Lashawan Kodash name. They just trying to distinguish himself from that because, hey, he gotta appease his handlers, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That he wants to be more recognized by Christians, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
You get more support, more money. You know, that's why he's allowed to. How the fuck you gonna be able to shut down a whole goddamn street highway if you ain't juiced in? You got roadblocks set up and shit to be able to march. This dude is juiced in. Y'all got to be able to see obvious signs these people are sold out, man.
Yeah, right.
You know, that shit is obvious.
Yeah, Brooklyn of all places too, man.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to get a permit down there to block anything down there?
Right.
One of the 5 boroughs, man. Yeah.
And you think they finna approve them and say, hey, you know what? You can go ahead and you can get this blocked off for your Hebrew Israelite movement. No, he's got to word it a different way.
Yeah. Right.
He's doing it in the name of Christ. In the name of Christ, we're going to go march down the street. And he gets approved, man. They with the 501c3, they got all this shit. These people are clearly sold out.
Niggas
Like
are cops,
said,
man.
they're not real Hebrew Israelites, they're just Israelites.
These niggas are cops, man. Be careful with them dudes, man. Hey, because believe it or not, hey, when Yahweh Shai came up to council, who came against him? Other Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, you know, have a mindset that the people that's gonna come up against us is other Israelites.
Right.
Point. It ain't gonna. I mean, yeah, Esau gonna, you know, do what he gotta do, but you got other niggas. Like last week, you weren't here, but last week, shit, we was at the corner, and this one nigga came up. Todd's like, hey man, stop fucking taking. Why you filming us? He said, cause y'all some Pharisees, man. Y'all some.
I was watching that.
Yeah.
For one thing, nigga, all the Pharisees and scribes wasn't wicked.
Right.
You had wicked. That's why the scriptures distinguish between the wicked scribes and Pharisees, man.
Right.
You had certain Pharisees at the office that dealt treacherously with Israel, but then you had certain scribes and Pharisees that follow Yahweh Shai, because a scribe is nothing but a person that scribes something. When you scribe, you think of writing something down. Okay, like prophets, they had scribes. Esdras, he was considered the priest, Ezra the scribe, man, because he prescribed to the writings that the Most High gave him. So you had men of the Lord that were scribes, man. A Pharisee is just an office in Israel. That's all it is.
Right.
Doesn't mean you're wicked. Just like you get righteous men of the Lord, you got wicked ass prophets, man.
Right.
You know?
The Romans were wicked, but wasn't Paul a Roman citizen?
Yeah.
Cornelius was a Roman citizen. You know? Those are just titles, man.
Yeah.
You know? And ultimately, that's Esau's MO, though. Is to set up one of your own to come against you.
Yeah.
You know? Because when Kyrie started going off, what did they do? They got some bald-head niggas, Shaq and Charles Barkley, to come against them, man.
Yeah, but that's expected, man. I mean, honestly speaking, like they had this guy Barkley. Y'all saw the cover. I think it was like a cover of Sports Illustrated. They had a nigga in the shekels and shit. Had him in a barbar and
I
a
saw
chain.
that,
Yeah, man. Shaq.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this guy Charles Barkley. He will literally give you jakes up, man.
Yeah,
He will literally give you up.
And it's gonna be no different with the Hebrew Israelites, man. They're
Yeah.
gonna use other Hebrew Israelites to do the same thing. I renounce anti-S.
Right.
You know, I ain't got nothing to do with them. We believe in Christ. That's getting ready to happen, man.
Oh well, you know we don't talk about that stuff. We told them, man, imagine some of these niggas get put up on council, and Esau come and roll on them and put them in a contradiction, and they go up before the council. He's like, but look, man, we told them guys to stop talking about the white man. We don't prescribe to that. That's what they gonna say.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, man. Didn't Jeremiah come up against the whole system?
Right.
Didn't Jeremiah prophesied against great kingdoms? That's the whole point of the men of the Lord prophesied against this place, man. How you gonna call? See, you guys are Israelites in name only.
Right.
You're not dealing with the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
You know, half-assing it and shit. If you gonna teach the doctrine, teach the whole damn doctrine, man. If you gonna half-ass it, then just move down the block, man. So let the job be for the real men. Because if brothers get caught up, man, Lord forbid that happen. But if it happens, then hey, we through the spirit, the scriptures say that, look, man, don't meditate what you should say, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom that should speak in that day, that your adversary should not be able to gainsay nor resist, man.
Right. That's right.
So we gonna know what to say in that day. Cause bro, what is it? What you gonna hide, man? Why would you try to sell out? They already know what you're talking about. And when they get you in them rings, you gotta have your mindset like, I might not make it out of here alive.
Right.
And when you have that mindset, you're prepared to speak on what you need to speak.
Right.
So you're the devil, you stole us, okay? You prescribe to wickedness. You say that it's a sin for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to call themselves the true Hebrews, but yet a bunch of imposters can take on that curriculum and say that, but we can't. But yet they got talking points like transgenderism. A 5-year-old boy can get a sex change, right? There's no crime in that.
Right,
By
right.
legalizing the equality of same-sex marriages now. But it's a standard for you and myself to call ourselves an Israelite.
Right.
You
Right.
see the fucking hypocrisy?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how you know we're at the end, man.
Yeah.
Because how is it legal for a guy to take 2-year-olds and bring them in front of a drag person? You know? But we can't even say holistic medicine without getting a misinformation medical strike on one of our channels, man. You know? You see how backwards everything is, how upside down and wicked everything is?
God.
That's how you know we're at the end, man. And what is kowtowing to this guy gonna do, man? You apologize, and then you know what? That's not gonna be the end of it. He's gonna want another apology. Then he's gonna want you to bend the knee.
Then you're gonna have to spread some cheeks for the nigga, man.
Right.
You know? You're gonna have to get rebuck broke.
Right.
Man, scripture say you will not be satisfied with blood, man.
Right.
And I got a precept. This is the book of Psalms 59:1. It says, deliver me from my enemies, O my power, and defend me from them that rise up against me. Okay? It says, deliver me from the workers of iniquity and save me from bloody men, man.
Yeah.
You know? David said, and this was actually speaking on Saul, because Saul seeked to kill David due to the demon that he had put on him, and the envy and the jealousy. But even prophecy is manifold. He's talking about these Edomites, man. Because, hey, this word has clearly gone into the gates of the nobles for Biden to set up a task force to combat so-called anti-S.
Right.
We ain't gonna be out here too much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next year, they may pull us off. They may pull the videos down. We might not be out here in another year. And when we ain't out here, that's when the elect is gonna be sealed. It's all perfect.
Yeah.
Because when we get pulled off the streets, that's the Lord doing that.
Yeah,
That's the Lord setting up these task force to come against us like that, man.
Right.
You know?
We can see this thing speeding up, man.
Yeah.
You can clearly see it, man.
Yeah.
The Lord is moving rapido. That's how
Yeah.
they say it in Spanish. Rapido. There's so many things coming out, man. You can't even keep up with it, man.
Nah.
Like that guy Elon Musk, right? He's part of that neuro thing.
Yeah.
We found out this guy's been rushing, man.
Yeah.
He's been like cracking the whip on his employees so much so that they said over 1,500 animals die unnecessarily because this guy is rushing so much, trying to get this brain thing figured out.
Yep.
All the employees are complaining. They quit. They're trying to sue him. They say he's working under crazy conditions. Why is he doing that, man? What is he rushing for? What's the rush? What is the rush on something that this guy's got $200 billion, man? He ain't got to rush nothing. You know,
Time is on his side.
but why is he doing that, man? Next year you gonna have people out there with the human trials, man, with this thing in their head, man. You know, and a lot of you guys that are preaching against the Caragma, the correct way, y'all are gonna be found out next year, man.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's getting ordered from up top. That's why he's got to rush. Like the scripture said, the devil know that he had but a short time.
Right. And you can feel it, huh, brothers?
Yeah.
Things are you just feel this reeks of desperation everywhere, man.
Yep.
Everything you see in the news, Biden hiring these weirdos in his cabinet. You know, you got Balenciaga on blast, they panicking, Kim Kardashian panicking, Kanye off the chain, they can't control him.
Yeah, Kanye.
This guy, you being discovered, man. And the Bible said this very thing would happen, man.
Yeah.
To your ass.
Yep.
Your enemies hate you now. Europe is getting ready. They about ready to fuck America up, man.
Yeah, hey, the scriptures say shameful spewing on glory. Because hey, the European Union, they getting ready to come against this place. All them political moves you're making in the Middle East as far as economic wise and the collapsing of societies and economies and currencies, that's gonna turn, hey, when the scriptures say that the beast shall hate the whore,
Yeah.
that's being set up right now. See, the Lord is cold. He's setting everything up and he's putting it into
Bro,
play.
all at once.
All
man.
at once, bro. All the ones. That's why when they say, look, when the Lord say, look, no more going out on the streets, when they pass that bill and say, look, we can't go out, the elect is sealed, bro.
Yeah,
That's when the destruction gonna come.
That's it, man.
When we ain't out here no more, that's when the Most High gonna fuck this place up, bro.
That's when a lot of you bitches gonna start panicking.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
a lot of you
yeah.
niggas that drive by, shalom, honking the horns, y'all niggas gonna start panicking, man.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Now is the time for repentance, man.
Yeah.
The Lord said he's long suffering.
Yep.
Now, if the Lord suffered you for a long time and it finally comes to that point and you still ain't gotten right, he ain't gonna have no mercy on you, man.
No mercy.
That's the whole point of being long suffering.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be long suffering just for me to accept your ass anyway, man.
And that's how I know that I think the Most High is gonna condemn Kansas City, bro. Because I mean, people know about us. People came up and dealt over the years, but nobody really deals for real. That's how I know that the Most High have a heavy judgment for this place, man. Because these people here, they're just different, man.
Yeah, some weirdo shit gonna happen out here, bro.
Weird shit, man.
I
The
can feel it.
Yeah, the Most High may raise up a Doink the Clown type nigga, man, and start.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Yeah,
need
Art
Art the
the
Clown
Clown,
out.
yeah.
That's gonna be a perfect.
Hey, you know what though? Hey, this place is on
Sure.
the list for the #1 targets from Russian military. This city's on the list. This town is on the list. Why?
Yeah, man.
Well,
Because
good.
the weapons up the street.
Yep.
So this is gonna get one of the places that's probably might get hit first for real. If they shit any missiles off, this place gonna get hit big, man.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of judges are gonna be right here because this Esau's blessing is kept stored here.
Big time, man.
So it makes sense though. So when they do their preemptive strikes, I'm trying to think: do they move from within and spread out, or do they come? I think that they shoot here, then they kind of just spreads out, just depending on how. Because it makes sense that with us, Oklahoma being right in the middle, it makes sense that they would target this place first.
It's on there. It's on the list. Like it's literally active on Russia's hit list. This place is on there. So there's only like 6 big time targets,
Whoa.
and this is one of them.
There's gonna be a heavy deliverance in Kansas City, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a heavy deliverance, man. Because them chariots, they out here. They had a video that came out 2 months ago. One dude picked it up on his doorbell camera.
God.
It was a chariot out here going through the neighborhood, bro.
God.
I mean, the chariot was as low as that building right there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and it was just quiet. And dude picked it up on his doorbell camera. But it, yeah. And it did get too much publicity though, man.
Right.
They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, see, that's another thing Esau got to deal with, man. It's getting spooky out here, man. Yet another thing. He's all over. He don't know what to do, man. You ever like them cartoons? They in the boat, and the hole go in the boat, and they plug it with their hand, and another hole, they gotta plug that one, and the third hole, they gotta plug it with. That's what Esau doing right now, man. He can't control all of this shit, man. Europe's on fire. The Hebrew Israelites are waking up. You know, you got Russia, making moves.
Well, this is Revelation 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time."
Yeah, that's why they speeding up. Hey, like he said with Elam, he said he got 6 months to get this shit up and running, man. That means that they're gonna start the human trials within 6 months. Okay, and that was a month ago, so we thinking roughly May or June or July of next year. You know,
Right.
Yeah, you always cut that time in half when it comes to technology they coming out with. They say 6 months, that means this shit gonna be here about 4 months.
Yeah.
They're gonna start the shit.
Right.
Because they like the brother said, they panicking. And a big part of the panic too is the UFO sightings too, the chariot sightings.
Yeah.
They happening all over the world and being televised. You're like, oh shit,
Right.
I gotta be able to fight. I gotta fight the Lord. So what? He gotta come out with his chip. He
Right.
gotta come out with a super soldier program. He gotta come out with this fucking Monsters of Man machine. Like you see that movie? Like
Yeah.
the Terminator type shit.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
getting all his shit ramped up, ready to go, man. He's got to get the public on his side, you know. He's seeing the chariots and he's seeing, I mean, even though this shit's carnal, he's seeing Israelites marching through the fucking streets in masses.
Right.
The whole fucking nation is done woke up to who we are.
Right.
He got a big problem on his hands, man.
Right. Anytime you got an old J couple, man, you can't tell old Jake shit. Anytime you got an old J couple telling this old Edomite bitch, we the real Jews, that's how you know
We all
Jake is
got
caught on to this thing, man.
yes, sir.
You know? Because Jake rejected his truth for how long, man? You know?
Long time.
But now everybody knows, man. You know? And that's a major power for this guy, man.
Right.
But this,
Start up,
I got more on this. And it says here, deliver me from the workers of iniquity and save me from bloody men. For lo, they lie in wait for my soul, and the mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression nor for my sin, O Lord. But they run and prepare themselves without my fault, but awake to help me. And behold, thou therefore, O Lord God, host of the God of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen, and be not merciful to any wicked transgressors, man. So,
Right.
hey, that's David, man. And he
Yeah.
putting the fucking curse on you wicked ass niggas, because who could transgress the law? Jake.
Right.
He said, be not merciful to any wicked doers, man.
Right.
You know? So, hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is getting ready to make move. Hey, 2023 is going to be a crazy year, man. You can already feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, this year was very, very, this was a crazy year by far. Just us. I think this was the year that we was really getting tested out, man. You know, Lord pop shot you, you know, Lord putting that heat on that chin. You know, he putting that pump up. But, hey, next year it may turn around for brothers, man. You know, brothers go through trials, but we may be built up. Because the Lord is building us up to receive something greater, man. You know? But these people, they're going to get caught off guard by all this shit that's happening because, like you said, with the Super Soldier program, hey, it's going to be a pleasure to clean that shit up. Because they really created those to fight the Lord that is coming in the angels. But, hey, guess what? The Lord going to activate us, man. And we going to fuck them things up through the Spirit. You know, we going to go, hey, just imagine if you, with the spiritual power, and Esau got 1,000 robots surrounding you. It's going to be like the story of Samson again, just on AI. Because the dude brought it out. He said, well, look, it's billions of us, man. And he said that we wait in line for Christian blood. He said we wait for Christian blood. He said when that day comes, we'll wait for Christian blood, and it's billions of us. He said it's billions of us. So that's why I said 144,000 versus billions. I said, let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
because Esau, man, he been on DEFCON 5 for years, man.
Yeah.
He knows a lot more that's being published in the news. Because the average everyday person, man, they don't know shit, man. Whatever Don Lemon says on CNN, that's what they believe, man.
Yeah.
Anderson Cooper, that's the people that they deem as trustworthy. Even though they lie to you every single day, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. That's right. Yep.
But this guy's really afraid, man. The chariots are out there,
Yes, sir.
you know? He's got all kind of shit he's getting ready to show you people, man.
This is the book of Isaiah 29, verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So all the things that they've done to flip upside down in society, the Lord is going to completely wreck and destroy. And the Esau has turned a lot of things upside down. You know, brother was going into abominations that's allowed in society, how bad it is. You got T Bender gender men up at story time for kids, wearing a mini skirt, no drawers on, got his nuts hanging out in front of these kids, man, reading them fucking stories with a damn costume on, freak show going on, man.
You know what fucks me up, brothers? It's like, okay, Slakia, now you see those signs? Now those are the big two controversy signs, the double horns and your house shot. When people see Jesus with the double horns, they automatically get into defensive stance. They don't even read it. They don't even look at what it says. They don't even consider the Bible scriptures of this, what he looks like. Because people, they're not biblically inspired. They're off their emotions and what they see in their mindset.
Yeah.
It's not. They don't care about going in the Bible proving you don't look like that. That's not what it's never been about. It's about how they feel.
That's that programming too, man.
Yeah.
It's built in you. It's like a spell of witchcraft. That's what that movie Get Out was about, man.
Yeah. That's all it is. That's all it is witchcraft, man. Because they don't want to break that stronghold. They don't want to believe that he's not white.
Right.
Because in their mindset, the white man is God. He's everything.
Yeah.
He's Santa Claus. He's Captain America. You know, he's everybody. He's the hero. He's Batman.
Yeah. He's the Lone Ranger.
Yeah. So why can't so-called Jesus Christ be a so-called white man?
Right.
Because nobody look at the black man like he's anything spectacular outside of a freak show that got talent.
Right.
That's all a black man is a dancing. Hey, Terry Crews is a prime example of that. He's a big, strong, dancing buck, man. That's all he are.
Yeah, that man. And you know, Esau, you an asshole, bro. Like he takes Jake's inner desire to serve a higher power, and he says, "Oh, we know they're gonna serve a higher power, so I'm gonna make my image that thing that he's gonna serve, man."
Yeah.
And that's how he got Jake, because Jake knows that there's a higher power, man.
Yeah.
Issachar, Northern Kingdom, they all know deep down that there's a higher power.
Yep.
But Esau perverted that, and he gave him this motherfucker right here, man.
That.
This fucking devil, man. And Issachar, y'all can't get this shit out of your head, man. Because Esau's burning that into your spirit, man.
Oh man, we almost got, man, 2 weeks ago when them fucking Israelites was coming to that soccer game, man.
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
damn near caught a case out here with that.
Right.
Motherfucker, fuck you.
Yeah, they didn't like that shit.
All because they believe in a Jesus Christo. That's why, hey, you Northern Kingdom, that's why the Most High got them ICE detaining your damn kids, man. They kicking in your door, them ICE agents, man. They putting you in them damn concentration camps. They're sacrificing little Carlos,
Yeah,
little Diana.
and y'all don't even call on Jesus Christos. You call on the Virgin Mary before that.
Yeah. That's
The
what
damn idols, man. That's why y'all get fucked up so goddamn bad, man. You can't shake them damn idols.
Right. Praying to St. Peter, man.
The saints can't save you, all right? The Hawashai is gonna save you.
Right,
Not Jesus Christos.
right,
Not
What-
Mary Magdalene. It's not none of that, man.
right. What did Samuel tell Saul to try to call him to the spirit world, man?
Why dog disquiet? Yeah.
He said, I'm asleep, man.
When you disquieted me.
The Lord already told you what it is, man. Ain't nothing changed in the spirit world, you know?
Right.
You lost the kingdom for going off. All right? He still got condemned, man.
I guess he thought he was gonna get a different answer, huh?
Right. And you Jakes, man, are still into that bullshit, man, praying to ancestors. Y'all pray to anything but the Most High, man.
Matter of fact, I got a precept for that, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy. I gotta start bringing my other Bible out. This one's kind of getting a little old on me. The other one got everything lined up where you need it. That way, you know these old Bibles, man, they ain't that thorough. You gotta know where the shit is at. This is the book of Deuteronomy 18 chapter, and I'm gonna start at verses let's start at 9. It says, when thou art coming to the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abomination of those nations. The Lord called that shit an abomination because the Hamites, they believe in ancestry. Like when you go to like the Egyptians' philosophies and so forth, they believe in burying their loved ones with all their wealth and treasure because they believe that they're gonna take their wealth into another life, man. Okay, which that shit is off as hell. Because the scriptures tell you that when you die, lay not up treasures on heaven, but lay up treasures in heaven, but not on earth. Because basically you can't take these things with you when you die, man. But in the ancient Egyptians, they believe, okay, we're gonna bury our families with X, Y, and Z, and then we're gonna come back in wealth. No, that's not how it works.
Right.
Okay, but a lot of our people prescribe to that ancient philosophy, man. Like they call it generational wealth. You're not gonna create that because you're under curses that the Bible talks about.
Right.
See? But the scriptures called it an abomination, and it says here, there should not be found among you anyone that maketh the son or daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divinations, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, man. Okay, so witchcraft, sorcery, astrology, that's all witchcraft. Like a lot of times you see so-called black women, women of color, that come up and they be like, well, I pray to my ancestors. Well, how can you pray to somebody that's dead? You're not praying to your ancestors, you're praying to a demonic spirit. It's a familiar spirit that you're tapping into. Because the Bible says you ain't supposed to deal with the dead, man. The Lord said to let the dead bury their dead. So what are you talking about? All right? And they get a lot of men trapped up in that spirit too, because what happens is they got these groups that they form, and they got like blood rituals, blood magic. That's why they say never eat a woman's spaghetti.
Right,
Never
right.
eat a and I believe that, man.
Some Levites, man.
Yeah. Come on. You know I would know, So anyway, basically they say don't let them get hair, don't let them do anything like that, because they can basically try to put a spell on you. You know, a love magic as they call it. So a lot of times you Jakes, you can't shake these women because they probably need to put some in your Kool-Aid, man.
Right.
You know?
Right. They're heavy into that shit, man. It's astrology and manifesting, you know. These are all ancient customs, man.
Manifest destiny, like, well, I mean, okay, you have what they call manifest destiny. Of course, like Columbus, that's manifest destiny. But they believe in manifesting or conjuring up good energy in their life, man. Come on, man. I mean, the scriptures do say speak things positively in place, but you people are speaking shit that don't even matter. Oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be the next business owner. Who can't do that shit? I mean, only thing you gotta do is apply yourself,
Right.
and get set up with the right people.
Right. But y'all are manifesting according to your own imaginations, man. Y'all, it's not rooted on anything but your flesh.
But your flesh, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna manifest a man that's gonna have everything that I need and everything that I want based on nothing, man.
On nothing.
You're not even a wife. You don't know how to cook. You don't know how to do a goddamn thing. But you're gonna manifest a man.
And you know what? And that's a good point you made. They want to manifest this perfect guy, but yet they not perfect.
Right.
You're not fucking perfect. The perfect man of these women is a nigga that's gonna get on 4 hounds and simp for him, but even then, they don't even like that shit.
Right.
Most women would tell you they like a dude that's gonna put them in their place, man.
Right.
They like niggas. Man, look, honestly speaking, man, we don't, I put it to you this way. How can I say it? Let me make it make some sense, man. Women don't like soft-ass men, okay? They don't like men that's easily pushover. They like men that dominates, man. Okay? So, like, let's say if you call your woman a bitch for the first time, she gonna like, you know what? She gonna like it because for the simple fact you put her ass in her place.
Right.
There is a balance to it. You don't wake up, what's up, bitch, bitch. Nah, you don't do that. But I mean, when she get out of line, you like, look, bitch, get the fuck out of here. She ain't gonna leave you over that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But regardless, if you just all this nice guy, oh baby, I love you, man, she gonna leave your ass, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Because women don't understand what they need. That's the bottom line.
They don't understand.
You saw let
no.
them loose in these free market dating shit, and they don't know what the fuck they want.
Yeah, like them hoes that just walk past here marking this, man. They don't know what they want, man.
Your woman, only thing required of your woman is to respect you, man.
That's it.
You don't have to like me. You don't have to love me. You gotta respect.
Right.
And that's what women don't get.
Respect, honor, and obey, man.
Right.
That's right.
Like a woman can like a guy, like how he looks, but if she doesn't respect that man, that relationship, she's eventually just gonna fuck somebody else, man.
Yeah.
You know, if there's no consequences like in this society, you know, you can't listen to a woman that tells her what she wants. She might think in her head, I like this, and like that. But when you do it, she's gonna be like, ugh.
That's why they need to be controlled, man. That's why, like, a lot of times, and you notice too, like, when you putting the law down, when you putting your foot down on a woman and she can't deal with it, you know why she leaves and you know why y'all break up? Is because she realized she couldn't take you, man.
Right.
When they realize they can't control you and get a stronghold, they'll bail out on that shit too. Like, you know what? I need to go find somebody that's weak. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't gonna take their shit. Somebody's gonna put them in order, man.
That's why they go for these fucking complete fucking no good bombs.
Yeah.
It's fucking the most grimiest of the niggas that you can imagine. After you kick them to the curb, they go for the bottom of the
They go for the nigga, the very nigga they complain you was. They go, okay, you're mean, you curse him out, but yeah, you going for a whole nother nigga that ain't on shit. He's a bum. Okay, he may have a job or a business, he may look nice or whatever you call it, but what is he bringing to your life outside of the fleshly shit? Is he bringing spiritual growth? Is he bringing health? Is he gonna tell you what to do? Is it how to be a woman? Is he gonna teach you to the ways of salvation? You know what I'm saying? Because a big red flag, if you ask a woman what type of man she want, and she just say, well, look, I don't care if I have a man of the Lord or just any man, that's a red flag right there. Because every woman, even if she lying, she should say, I want a man of God. I would respect that, even if you're lying before you say, I don't care what type of man, I ain't deal with you. I was told, like, a woman told me, she's like, I ain't dealing with you. She said, well, I'm not dealing with you only because you an Israelite, because you know the truth. I'm dealing with you for you. But I'm like, this is me.
Right.
I'm like, before I came into this, I didn't know who the hell I was.
Right.
This is me. This is what I am. This is what I've always been.
Yeah.
You know? So what do you mean you're not dealing with me? You should be dealing with me because I know the Lord. Because that helps you out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that right there, that took me for a loop. Because I'm like, wait a minute, if I was a grimy nigga, you wouldn't give a fuck. You'd be more into me.
Right.
Yeah. They want, man. They want these fucking grimy asses.
And then you see the nigga who they get up with after you, and you like, this, like, really?
Yeah.
I fought for this shit, for you to go there? I'm like, it ain't even worth it, man.
Right.
That's why, hey, brothers, don't even trip. If you leave your lady, or your lady leave you and find another man, that man she's gonna be with, that's a curse to her.
Right.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a curse to her.
It always is.
Yeah,
It always
yeah.
is that way. Next thing you know, a couple years later, you'll get that text, that phone call. Could you link up with me for some Bible study? No, bitch, you ain't linking up with no fucking Bible
I
study.
ain't getting shit. I'm changing my number.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You know?
I'm changing my number. I'm changing my emails. I'm changing everything. Only access you're gonna have to us for a little while is these videos. Don't call, don't text, don't email, don't none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Find me when you can find me. Straight up, I'm just going ghost on everybody, man. I even cut my fucking feet. My family, I don't want to talk to them. My mother, My mother, she'll call me and hang up because she think I'm gonna call back. Every time she call me, I'm like, I'm busy. I'm in the class right now. I'm training. I'm working out. I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to talk to y'all, man. Y'all don't bring anything profitable to the lives of us, man. It's the same shit. You know, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, kids. I'm tired of hearing that shit, man.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1. And Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.